Hey, let's talk about the concept boards. And this is really, I think, going to be one of the fun things about this unit planning assignment. And what you're going to do is you're going to prepare two concept boards. And on your syllabus, I mentioned that I want them to be 2 by 3 foot. You can kind of play with that. I do want them to be at least that large. You could use one of those folding out display boards. You could use like a box that you can store materials in, and then maybe use the side of the box for your concept board. But basically what a concept board is if you are at group time with children, then your concept board, you want to have everything. Say you're doing zoo animals and you have come up with this really great group time where you have maybe a song to sing, you may have pictures of zoo animals, you may have books to read, and a lot of times what we find ourselves doing at group time is sitting there with a stack of materials that we just pick up and we pass around, or we pick up and we read the book. But it's also nice to have a board that the children can look at while you're talking or while you're going through. And so what I want you to do is create a board. You could use poster board, but it really needs to be something that can, if you can figure out how to make it stand up by itself. And what it should have are things that can become unattached or become detached. So you might want to use, say, Velcro, or you might want to put like some folders, attach some folders to the concept board, and have your books sitting down in the board. Have your pictures posted on the board. Make it decorative, but don't do fancy schmancy writing. You don't want curly cues or dots or anything like that, because remember, if you haven't learned this already, what we're trying to do is to teach children how to write correctly. And I have seen so many children that when they start writing, they put dots on every joint or every end of every letter, and it's because they've seen their preschool teachers and their parents do that forever. So I want you to make sure that your print is simple, not lots of print, just maybe a heading, small headings here and there, nothing too busy. But do have your books. If you have a CD that you're going to use, have it all there. You could also, if you do it on the box, like I mentioned, you could have some of your materials in the box, and the side of the box could be maybe more decorative. Maybe put some flannel on it and have flannel figures. If you do transportation, have like a flannel fire truck or a flannel boat, something like that. So anyway, be creative. And the way that I want you to submit this assignment is I want you to do it or create it, and then I want you to take at least 2 photographs of it and upload them to Blackboard, to the assignments for this particular assignment. And then what I want you to do is I want you to create a Word document that will also be uploaded to Blackboard. So a lot of these assignments are going to have 2 or 3 or 4 different things to upload to Blackboard. And if you have trouble figuring out how to do that, just let me know. But what I want you to have are 3 open-ended questions you might ask children to promote or evaluate learning. I think that that's pretty self-explanatory, but remember, an open-ended question is not a yes or no question. It would be something like, what kind of animals do we see at the zoo? And if you all choose zoo, then because that's what I keep using as an example, then I'll know, I'll be on to you. But so try to choose something other than zoo would be my preference. But anyway, you type out at least 3 open-ended questions, and that you might ask children to figure out if they're learning what you're teaching them. Also, type out a list of 2 or 3 books that have the author and illustrator listed out, and a very brief summary. So, like, what is the book about? Give me 2 or 3 sentences, just a brief summary. But these would be for read aloud, having to do with your topic. And just so you know, I will be evaluating the aesthetics of your board. I want it to look nice. I want it to look pretty, not junky, not jumbled up with lots of print. I want your print to be large and simple, and have new information, things that the children might not know about that particular subject. And as well as I'm going to be looking at how interactive the board could be. And anyway, so do let me know if you have questions about this. But I think it's going to be a really fun thing for you to use at group time. So let me know if you have questions. Type them out in the questions problems section of Blackboard. I say this in every video just because I don't know which one you're going to start with. So type them out in the questions problems section of Blackboard, and I will get them answered, or someone else can, if any of you see, you can also answer them. So hope that explains that. Thanks.